Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on July 6th at noon. And let me get back to here. So, let me see. Okay, twerk. It sounds like work with a T because the word work, even though it's spelled with an OR, actually sounds like ER. So, this word that is more recently made up is spelled the way that it sounds. And that's great. It's easy to guess. It's twerk, which sounds like I have to go to work. um, thought of it. In this case, the thought, the T will change to a no, wait, thought, yeah, changes to a D, and the of is really a U and a V sound. So the V will connect to the I. So now you have thought of it. And the vowel ah, so open a lot, thaw. Thought of it. Ah, I wish I would have thought of it. Suburban, suburban. Absolutely. You don't have to say the T, absolutely, because you're going to the L position right afterward. So you're already ready in the same position with the T. Absolutely. That's it. Neighborhood. This HUD is actually the as in took and good, but there's no way to represent that with regular English letters, which is crazy. Neighborhood, neighborhood. Joel. I didn't know another way to represent this besides just the O sound. Joel. Round your lips. Joel. But number 13, if you say Joe, you don't hear an L at the end. There's no L at the end. So when you're saying Joel and you want to make clear that it's the name with an L, hold your tongue in the L position a little longer to make the noise. Joel. Oh. Here, your tongue goes flat after the O. Joe. Cuppa Joe. Cuppa Joe. Situate. This can be the U in the middle, can be a perfectly oo with your lips rounded, chew, situate. Or it's not stressed, so the oo relaxes to an and you don't have to round your lips. Sitcha, sitcha, situate. And if it was situated, the way this T changes to a D, so you have did at the end. Situated. And the way gets secondary stress. It's a little longer. Situated, situated. Air conditioning, air conditioning. Siblings. You don't have to make a perfect Z, but I was exaggerating that it looks like an S, but it sounds like a Z. Siblings. Suburb, which has different stress than suburban. Number 12, suburb. Cup of Joe. If you're using air conditioning as with abbreviation AC, then you put the stress on the second one, AC. AC. Um, blood. This was to practice the BL combination in siblings. So to avoid an extra sound coming between the B and the L in siblings, if you have an extra sound, it will sound like siblings. So before I release my B sound, I put my tongue in the L position first, and then I open my mouth for the B. Siblings. So bl is at the same time. And the same thing happens with any time you have a BL combination. I'm making my L inside, touching the top behind my top teeth before I open my B. Blood. So there's no delay. Blah, blah, blood. Then I have to go back up for the D. And the vowel is blood. Society. Society. And these are good practice for the Earl noise. So, excuse me, RL, grr, your tongue is curled back for the R, and then you're moving to the L. So keep your voicing going, and that's what makes the roll sound. Girl. So it's almost two syllables. And if you think of it that way, practice it that way, it'll be easier to hear there's two parts. Without it, worker. If you skip the RL combination in world, it'll sound like word. So keep your tongue moving. Girl, world. I don't have to release the D. Curl. That's what you have to hear, and hold the L in the L position a little longer to make the noise so it can be heard. Girl, world, curl, girl, world, curl. Oh, and then we practiced World Wide Web. It's a lot of wow wow. And if you don't make a good cur at the beginning of this word, cur, your jaw should be very high, your tongue should be very high, pulled back. It might sound like Carol. So um, I should put not Carol. Um, okay, not Carol, which could be a woman's name or it could be a song, Carol. Um, triumph, triumph. That MF combination is unusual and kind of weird. So once your lips are closed for the M, triumph, then you open the top lip with your top teeth on your bottom lip and let air flow through. Triumph, triumph. And the same thing happens in the word comfortable. I know we change it around, we move these letters around so that it no longer sounds the way that it looks, comfortable, but we don't say it that way. We make the MF combination comfortable. Comfortable. One, two, three. Triumphant. Triumphant. If you want to think of separating the M and the F in different syllables, that could be helpful. Triumphant. Business. That looks like an S in the first one, but it's a Z. Business. And if you want to say none of your business, that's perfect. But connecting it together and changing your to your, changing of to it'll sound like none of your, none of your, none of your business. And if you want to make it even shorter, you can say none ya, because it's just none your business. This one, there's two ways to pronounce this word, and they both mean exactly the same thing, like the sweet candy thing. It can be three syllables, caramel, and the first vowel is care, caramel. Or it can be two syllables, and the first syllable is caramel. So first one, caramel. Second one, caramel. You choose, it's your choice. They're both fine. Third, 26, rural. So once you put your tongue in the R position, rural. When I say this right here, I'm holding it in the same position. Rural, rural. The same movement from the R to the L as in girl and world. So keep your voicing on and hold it in the L position a little longer and make the L noise so it can be heard. Rural. Itinerary. This has a weird rary at the end. And if you were here today in the meetup and you practice these again, I hope that your tongue gets tired because honestly, my tongue is tired from all of these R's and demonstrating the good curling back of the R sound. So if you're not used to curling your tongue back that much, then practicing all these R words, you should feel it. I feel it. Itinerary. This, singular. And the vowel is I, like hit. These, the S is now a Z, and the vowel is a E, like he. So remember, this, your tongue is a little lower. This. These is higher, like eat. This, these. So there's two ways to tell these two words apart. The first one, this, ends with an S sound. These ends with a Z sound. This has a vowel I, like hit. These has a vowel E, like he. And 30, you can say perfectly begin. But more commonly in casual speech, you're not going to make B, you're going to change it to B or B. Begin, begin, begin. This one, begin. This one, begin. Or B, that's fine too. Begin. But the vowel is I in the stressed syllable. And we practice some THs. So don't forget the tabs at the bottom give you some extra practice with, in this case, the voiceless TH, thing and thank, and the voiced TH, this and that. That's it. Thank you. If you were here today, it was good to see you. I saw some people I haven't seen in a while, and I hope to see you tomorrow for intonation practice or next Monday or Tuesday for pronunciation practice. Have a good day.